All right, we're live here and we're ready to discuss what's it like to be a California potential insurance commissioner. We're going to wait for some of the audience to come in and say hi and greet some people as they come in. This is our first time to really have an interactive conversation with the audience. We have a great group of people who put this on. Nothing happens without a good team or, in this case, maybe even good leadership as we look forward to the end of 2021 and going into 2022. A lot of us probably may be out tonight even doing some Christmas shopping. I know in my case there's some Christmas shopping I need to do as well. So we're going to give people time to come on to the live and share this moment with us as it's a historic moment and looking forward to a great turnout as we talk about some key issues that's going on here in the state of California. And ultimately, we'll be able to discuss those things. Some of the fun things as most important than all, but at least we'll be able to have a great conversation and you guys get to interact, ask some questions regarding all the things that we're doing. So we'll give people time to come on. Let's see who we have from the audience so far. This is beautiful now. I get to see you and you actually get to see me. Most of the time when we do any live streaming, it's me interacting with the crowd or me interacting with the public as they come through, and we get a chance to give back turkeys, or we get a chance to give back hamburgers, or whatever God has blessed us to do. So looking forward to a good turnout. Hopefully I'll be able to kind of see who's on. I think I see a name so far. I'm gonna say hello. Miss Toby, how you doing, Miss Toby? How you doing? How are you doing, Miss Toby? It's good to see you. As now I'm able to actually see who's tuned in to kind of watch us go through the process here and explain some of the important things that I think is important that we need to know as it comes to insurance and insurance commissioner. Most important, why I'm running for California State Insurance Commissioner. Okay, we got a few more guests. Renee Bridgeford, all the way from Mississippi. Renee, how you doing? It's been a joy talking to you and taking care of that lovely uncle of yours that comes in to see me. So I'm glad to actually have some personal interaction now as I can see who tunes in. I'm a little difficult. I still want to say hi. Sorry, they may have to bring in, there we go. They made the screen a little bit bigger for me. I guess as I age, the funny thing about it is as I age, I need my glasses or I need to get a little closer. Again, hello again, Miss Toby. I do see that. So we're giving people time to log on with us as we interact. And thank you, Renee. I better do this. This is a historic moment. For those that don't know, this will be a historic moment. First black candidate to win a true statewide election in California, and we're going to talk about what that is. Absolutely, Dr. Allen for Insurance Commissioner. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Some great things happens in that position as we look forward to telling you what actually the Insurance Commissioner is and some of the fun things that the Insurance Commissioner do, not just with insurances, but in other aspects of healthcare associated with healthcare throughout the state of California. So we're going to give ourselves time for other live feed or other live people to log on with us. I think that process may be 5 or 10 minutes as we've been really putting the information out to try to let people know what we need and what's expected and what's going on with this particular position. All right, so we have more people that's kind of signing on with us. All right, so I'm going to ask the audience there, do we have substantial amount of viewers there. I can only see the comments, which is most of it. I can't tell who's all viewing, and that's maybe the benefits of the going live scenario. But if you guys have something to say, for sure I'll be able to communicate with you. Can I get like some type of signal of how many viewers we probably have on now? Maybe a handshake or a potential number that's available so we can start. All right, we have more people coming on. Mm-hmm. Good deal. So we're going to give a few more people time to come on as we begin to talk about the insurance position. Now, one of the fun things I do want to say, there's a couple of things that I think is really been a local Duster Duns / Paramount argument, and I hope that this doesn't happen in your local area. There's a battle going on of who makes the best Christmas cookies. And the grandmoms are really going at it this Christmas. Even one of the grandmoms says that she puts a little tequila, and the other grandmama says she puts a little bourbon in her Christmas cookies. So watch out for the Christmas cookie battle, because it may actually have you a little bit more happier than you deem for this Christmas holiday. So Christmas cookie battle is what we're dealing with here in the big city of Paramount, as individuals now are trying to make their headway and make their name in terms of baking cookies. It's been a lot of, hey Jessica, how you doing? How you doing? Glad to see you for sure and communicate with you, that's for sure. And I definitely, my heart goes out to the things that you've experienced, but you're strong. I know you're strong, and I personally can vouch for that. You're strong. So glad to see you and Eric and the kids. We do see you, and we did get that Christmas card, just so you know. So it is definitely good to see you and now have an interaction with you where we can talk, as things have actually changed now in the way that I've grown. As you can see, I've really grown. But definitely, it's good to see you and Eric and the kids and the dog. And the dog. You always have a picture of the dog. So it's definitely good to see you log on. So Paramount has been, I don't know if you know Jessica and Renee, but I know Miss Toby does. It's been a lot of rain lately here, and the clinic's been full of the California drivers who, the minute rain happens, they crash each other. So I'm not sure if you guys are experiencing it back in the South or in your new home, Jessica, I'm not sure if you guys are experiencing the same thing with the rains, but we've been trying to help navigate at least the injuries associated with the car accidents out here in California. So that's a little fun piece. If I'm not mistaken, last when I walked in, it was raining pretty hard here as well, and still raining today. So as we move on and let other people join, we're going to take 1 second, at least I'm going to take a few seconds, and I'm going to talk about the upcoming events that we have going on here in Los Angeles. For those who've been watching, we are very big and very proud to be doing our turkey giveaway. Now this year, the turkey giveaway has been truly outstanding. We did Paramount at Paramount Park, where we had a real huge turnout. It was very exciting, and I don't know if you saw that, but we were able to give away the bikes that the two kids have. We had the mayor, Brenda Olmos, and my partner who actually helped me start the event, which was Diane Martinez. She and I started the turkey giveaway back in 2003 when we were local here in Paramount. We had a great turnout in Paramount. And then our last event we just had in the city of San Gabriel, which is also was another hit. We had a huge turnout in San Gabriel. I was really impressed with that. My heart really enjoys giving back, and it's nothing more rewarding than having the people come through and pick up the turkeys. Now, you know, I'm on the hook now for the turkeys, not only just the turkeys, but I'm on the hook now for the car, and there will be a new car, just so you know, that we will have to give away, and I'm willing and looking forward to, along with the staff that's here tonight and the staff that supports us when they come out and set up, along with the volunteers when they come out and set up for the program. So we're having a big turnout that's coming up this coming Sunday, which will be in the city of Carson and in the city of Compton. The 2 C's is what I call it. So we're looking for a good turnout there. Now, we picked out a nice vehicle that I think the community will be able to love to have. I know the individuals that we do give the car to is going to definitely love to have it. So we're looking forward to giving away turkeys this upcoming Sunday in the city of Carson and Compton. Now, the bikes, you should see the smile on those kids' bikes when those kids get those the smiles on kids' faces when they get the bikes. It's so much joy. I really wish I can just snapshot just that one moment when we pass the bike to the lucky winners. It's outstanding. Now, the way that's done is arbitrary, which means that we take the names of the parents that give us the bike, they give us the kid's name, and we put in this box. And my own children then pull the names, and that's who wins the bike. There's no preference regarded to it. So that's how we do the bikes giveaway. It's going to be the same token when we do the car, as the individuals who all of the names from all of the cities will be dumped into, and it's going to be 1,000 names because there's 1,000 turkeys, will be dumped into this big box, and we're just going to shake it up, and whoever God blesses with the car will receive the car. So that's our turkey giveaway, and we've been doing it now for 17 years, doing it from our heart. It's grown. We have a lot of volunteers coming out, and I do want to say that the volunteers are way more than appreciated, because without their help, it's kind of hard to orchestrate all of the cars, especially now with a drive-through, and to put up what we need to have just to show the audience that it's us there and we're giving back. So we don't show a lot of the volunteers when we do our live streaming from giving out the turkeys, but and that's because of preference, in case they don't want to actually be on Facebook Live with us. But there are quite a few people that come out behind the scenes to help us pull off the events that we've been fortunate to do with the turkey giveaway. Upcoming events will be in February. We're going to do toys and clothing, and then in July we're going to do our probably I'm looking at giving away backpacks, or we'll do the hamburgers. Now, for those people in Mississippi, rest assured that we're making plans to come back to the hometown, which is Delta, Mississippi Delta in Cleveland, where I'm going to do a big 18-wheeler drive. We're going to bring back some backpacks, some tennis shoes, and we're going to communicate with the area to see exactly what we are looking for. So now we're going to be also taking questions in a few minutes to make sure that we can address things, that concerns that people may have, or just things that individuals may want to hear from me as we move in this position. Now, I think we're about maybe in a few minutes, we should be ready to get started with the commissioner side. Again, I want to thank everyone for joining, and I'm very appreciative for the individuals that have been supporting me and Dusty Dunn. Remember, one man is nothing. It takes a village. It takes everyone to make a difference, especially now in the pandemic. So no matter what God has allowed me to do, it's through me that others have also expressed their gratitude by helping me make things happen. And this event, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to your support, as now the race is really taken off, and I have to really make a true stand to make a difference. So I'm just going to make sure we have a good, substantial audience ready. I think we have enough of an insight now to at least start the conversation about why we're here. The first thing I want to talk about is California Insurance Commissioner. So what is the title? What does California Insurance Commissioner do? What does that mean? How does that impact California? Well, the California Insurance Commissioner is a statewide seat. For those that don't know, that position allows you to regulate or oversee all of the insurances. So there's fire insurance, car insurance, homeowners insurance, and even some medical insurance. The insurance commissioner is your go-to person that makes sure that your complaints are met. The insurance commissioner also works with legislators to bring about laws or help create laws that can benefit the public, in this case, you guys. Now, there's two other candidates that are running for this position. One is Ricardo Laura, and Ricardo's been in the Sacramento area for almost 16 years now. And what I can actually say is, for 16 years, he's probably going to do the same thing that he's done this past 4 years, in which when the pandemic hit, we didn't hear anything about him or from him. Let me just say it from that standpoint. And we have Joe Levine. Joe, who's also a career politician. These guys have been there for, I think Joe's in 16 years now, in the state assembly and then the Senate and now the insurance commissioner. In the past, the insurance commissioner seat was designed to regulate auto insurance. In the state of California, auto insurance was skyrocketing. And so they came up with this position to be an electoral position, which means that the citizen of California get to vote on it. Before, it was an appointed position. So the citizens got to vote on who they wanted as their insurance commissioner. From that standpoint, it was a public type environment where we could then choose. Now, what's happening now with this position that's really astonishing, so I can really speak freely, is that big business has gotten behind the insurance commissioner position. And what does that mean? That means that there's 3 candidates that are running. As of today, their incumbent, which is the guy that currently has the seat, Ricardo Laura, just received $3 million backing from insurance for his position from outside influence. Joe Levine, he's been there for a while, he has $1.8 million. Now, this is a big boy seat. This is not a local politician, our local mayor. This is a big boy seat, and this is big boy shoes, and I think I'm big enough to fit that bill based on my credentials. For those who don't know, I have 7 urgent cares, multiple business, including real estate, and I probably of all the guys have one of the highest academic degrees that they have. So the qualifications are easily met by myself, but notoriety is where I fail. Now, I may be doing great things here in Los Angeles, and thank God I made enough impact to have a name. I remember when I did the work in the past and what I do now, had no design to run for a political seat. What I've done from my heart and from my love for you guys. That's important. And it's very important to understand that this seat has to have a grassroots push and a person from this arena, when I mean from grassroots, from the masses, from our home base to run it. Post-pandemic, and even now, you'll be surprised how many people claims have been denied. Why? Insurances. They were denying claims from hospital visits, denying claims from tragedies, from the fires. Why? Because it's insurance. And if I'm motivating you to vote and do things on my behalf, then what ends up happening is I can now influence you to make decisions. So let's say there's outside influence from, I don't know, Blue Cross or Aetna or AAA. Because I give big money to your campaign, you're more likely to listen to what I'm doing or what I have to say, especially if I'm funding your pocket. So now you take an individual like us who worked and been working with kids, and we have a traumatic event. Something happens, the house catches on fire, the car gets burglarized, bad accident or somebody end up in the hospital, we don't have the resources to kind of overcome those things. And now when our claims get denied because they don't want to help us and we've been paying for these services, that's when it gets sticky. That's the reason I decided to run. My goal was never to be a politician. I was truly happy with what God has blessed me to do, which is build my clinics, and I was planning to expand. And I still will continue to expand. But however, I couldn't really appreciate all the people that were coming in and were having claims denied or was being literally abused, what I would call abuse, from things that they obviously were entitled to have, but yet still they were being denied from an insurance standpoint. Now, the funny thing about it is that if you ever call the helpline for the California Insurance Commissioner, you get a recording. You never get anybody to call you back. Or you get a live person who just seems to be mean when you ask them a question. How do you know? I tried it myself. I reached out to see what is really going on. And it's been 4 years that our current insurance commissioner has been in that seat. And what has he done? Half of us don't even know who he is or that that position even exists. So what you have is career politicians sitting in a seat and they're not doing anything. And as I stated, they're receiving big money from outside influence to keep them in that seat, and they won't do anything that they haven't done already. However, in order to win this race, it's going to take a grassroots approach. More so, we have to speak for the seat. When they give you $3 million, guess what you do with it? You advertise, television commercials. You're going to get radio stands. You're going to get billboards. All of those things that they want to personify to put out for you that I'm the best person for the job. And so you see Insurance Commissioner Joe Levine, for example. We won't know who Joe is, but he's been in politics for 16 years, helped out on a couple of bills. Well, Joe seems like he's that guy. Or Ricardo, who has his own troubles and has been in and out of the news for multiple things. But these individuals put their name out there, advertised heavy, and we go right to them. Why? Because big business is going to support those guys. Now, the funny thing is, when you come from a small beginning, we know it's an uphill battle. When I said I was going to run for California Insurance Commissioner, about 9 out of 10 people tried to tell me why this wouldn't work. Oh, you should not go against an incumbent. Oh, the Democratic Party is going to continue to support the Democratic Party. All of the reasons that one would say, oh, I shouldn't do this. But when you're doing it for the right reason, you don't listen to that. You say, if I'm going to really make a difference, because now I believe the people need me, then I'm going to step out on the limb and push to make it happen. Now, the beautiful thing about this is when the people send a message, and that's what this recording is about. That's what this interaction is about. I want to thank the new people for signing on and viewing. Feel free to reach out with comments for sure. I can see you, and I'm glad to speak with you in this new forum that I have. But when a new person comes in to politics, that's fresh blood. That's a different way of thinking. That's a new mindset. So all of the old paradigm, the old ways of doing, is now kind of interrupted because the new person that's going to come in is going to have a different way of looking at the event. Now, the guys that have big money are going to advertise like crazy, but that's what the money is doing. In order for us, and see, I can't win anything without help. In order for us to win, the most valuable tool we have now is that iPhone or that Android phone. Facebook will allow us to reach the same amount of people that all that money will do for these individuals. Now, the sad part about it is that we have to reach out to each other. The message will be clear. If we win and I'm going to say this, when we win, it will be from us as a group. It won't be because Dr. Allen had to advertise throughout California. Of course, that's necessary to reach some people, but it will be because the people send a message. And what will the message be? I shared this to all my friends, and I asked my friends to share that to all their friends, that Dr. Allen is our insurance commissioner, period. Now, when Sacramento and the big Democratic Party sees that that's what the people had to say, not that we had to buy the vote, but that's what the people has to say, now we're in a position to make change. And the best part about God's plan, if there's no big money telling me what to do, I don't have to do that. What does that mean? If there's a lot of financial backing, which is happening with the groups that the two gentlemen I spoke of earlier, they're more likely to do what the $1 million guy told him to do, especially if he was the one that donated. But if you don't have any outside influence, then you now can speak for yourself. You now can make a better decision from the people, because it's the people that's going to get you in the seat. So to win the race, it's going to take us in order to get this done. Now, us as every individual, doesn't make a difference what state we're in. If we get 1 million shares, if that's God's limit, then just guess how many Californians we're going to meet. We're going to put that information in front of so many people. That's the same as the advertising that my constituents are doing. So I need us now more so than ever. I never asked for anything, but I need us now more so than ever to make a message. Now, grant you, we do want you to go to elect Dr. Allen 2022 for insurance commissioner. Grant you, we appreciate 50 cents, $1, $5, or $10 donation. Those attributes are very helpful when you're fighting an uphill battle. Now remember, it's a big boy race. This seat is one of the top seats in the state of California. But if we don't put our own people in this seat, they're going to make that decision for us. And what are we going to get? The same amount of disrespect that we got in the past 4 years, which means an absentee individual. None of these individuals come to the community. They sit around with their friends. None of these individuals are as approachable. And you can't say that there's not one of you that actually I see that would truly believe, or won't believe, let me just say that if I get that seat, I won't do anything. There's not a person that's watching this video that would be able to say that Dr. Allen won't do anything. I think every one of you would agree that given that opportunity, I will make sure that the individuals who's affected by insurance issues will be addressed. And I will also make sure that any laws that are coming through won't be in the favor of the big business. It'll be in a mutual agreed upon where the person that's paying for the policy won't suffer. So these are my main reasons for running. I'm running because I think that people need a change. I'm running because I believe that someone needs to represent us at that state level. And if we don't have anyone at the state level, we're all subject to a politician coming out and telling us that, okay, the coronavirus or the new strain is going to do this. And we're going to believe him because the CDC gave him some information, even if it's an agenda or not. We're going to believe that if I had a bad outcome in my house or in my car or my workers' comp insurance, and they treated me bad, that's just the way it's supposed to be. And that's not, especially as a healthcare professional who's actually done well with insurance. So when they tell us some foolishness, you have an insurance commissioner that understands that's not true. This is what I do. I don't believe that that person's medical bills should be disregarded or that person's liability should be disregarded. And for sure, there are individuals out there who want to hike up your car insurance, but yet still don't give you good coverage. There's individuals out there who want to find a way to intervene with workers' comp. So now we send you to an outside clinic and tell you nothing wrong with you and bring you back, and that be totally legal. And then we kind of stop your workers' comp benefits or for your care. There are some people behind the scene that are putting big money in order so we can suffer. And I say we because I'm part of this community. I'm part of you guys. I'm not part of the well-to-do that's going to like take advantage of people. As you can see, my track record shows that I will give back as much as God has blessed me to have. So when you see that position, you have to understand that in order for us to fight, we're going to have to fight together. And I love it when we fight together, so that way there's no strings attached when I sit in that seat. I don't owe anyone favor, which I wouldn't do anyway, and I wouldn't even want that type of backing, but I don't have to feel obligated to get involved with some I'm not saying that that's what the competition is doing, because I have no proof of that, but you can truly see if we win as a team, we take any stress and pressure from outside influence. And what does that do? That's allow us to speak as a team when something is wrong. And every one of you know I have no problem coming out and speaking regarding our issues. And any issue you have is my issue as well. So my reason for running for California Insurance Commissioner is strictly for you. And if I win, and when I win, I'm going to make sure that we benefit, not big business benefit. So I have a agenda, and my agenda is to reach out to each of you, and I'm going to ask you from my heart to start sharing this video. Let each of us know that Dr. Allen is our man. Let's send the message, vote for Dr. Allen, and ask our friends to send the message to their friends, vote for Dr. Allen. That's worth every dollar that these individuals are going to use against us. If we then take it to the grassroots and say we don't have to have 3 million. We don't have to have 10 million. All we have to have is each other that believes in what we're doing. And if it's 10 and then 10 tells 100 and 100 tells 1,000, the word get out. I can't win this race without your help. That's the God-given truth. And it's virtually a real uphill battle to assume that I can get $3 or $7 million to advertise throughout California. But what I can do to make it a fair fight is reach out to my friends and say, we need to win the race. This is our race to win, and it's our race to lose. No matter what, at the end of the day, we have to fight for each other and believe that each other has the ability to speak, and know that through Dr. Allen, we will be able to speak, and we'll be able to make a loud noise regarding our campaign. So I need you now, more than ever, to share the videos regarding Dr. Allen is our man for California Insurance Commissioner. I need to be in that Sacramento seat, and with that position, I will guarantee you that a lot of the stuff that's going on now, we'll put a stop to it. It won't be big business telling us what to do. It'll be us trying to make decisions on why we should or should not be doing things. Be no outside influence. It'll be the people made a decision to say Dr. Allen is our man for California Insurance Commissioner. I definitely appreciate it. I'm going to walk over and see. Thanks, Ms. Toby. Absolutely. Vote for Dr. Allen. If there's any comments that we would like to address before I finish the talk, but my main reason for running is for you. And I cannot win without a huge backing. Remember, the idea was say, how many shares can we get? How many people can we let know? That's the same as spending thousands or either a million and run up and down the freeway when we have the magic tool right in front of us. Reach out to the constituents, which is you guys, and say what Ms. Toby just said, vote for Dr. Allen. That's our California Insurance Commissioner. For sure, we know I will make a difference. I think I addressed all the comments. So with that said and done, I'm going to probably close with one of the best things that my mom told me when I was growing up. So my mom used to chop cotton in Mississippi, and they had those hymnals, and she would be chopping the cotton. And the cotton had a row, and my mom would say, "Son, this is a tough row to hoe, but keep your eyes straight, keep your hymnal in your mind, and by God, at the end of the day, you will finish and get this done." So I love you guys. I appreciate your support. Share the videos. Tell as many people as you can. We don't have to spend a lot. We just have to share a lot. And let's go for 1 million shares, because the ideal would be the more people that knows who I am will be the more people that will vote. And if they don't know me, it's going to be very difficult to win. Thanks, Renee. Elect Dr. Allen, I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, I need you guys. At this time, it's very important. I thank everyone who tuned in and watched the video for me, or with me. May God bless you. Dr. Allen for California Insurance Commissioner.